big round of applause for HSS.
Before diving in, I would like to introduce you with our club. Starting from the scratch, with just 3 members, North-South University HR Club was founded in March 2015. Having a core objective of developing and grooming its members through practice of HR-related topics on a professional scale, and to support the education process of the young professionals in accordance with the current employment needs. Alongside this, the club also aim to connect students to the corporate world by meticulously handling the information flow through many of its learning sessions and competitions. The foundation of the Scratch now is a house of 300 professionals who are continuously dedicating their hard work towards the club to hold its position as one of the top clubs of North-South University.
The club reached such an esteemed position due to the tremendous success in organizing various events such as NSU Accreditation Seminar, Corporate Archer, How Do They Do It, HR Calibration 1.0, HR Calibration 2.0, and obviously HR Speaks Out 2.0, and succeeded by today's HR Speaks Out 3.0. One of the greatest pioneers of our club, Mohammad Alamin Sir, our faculty advisor, who never steps back to support us in taking initiatives to develop the skill set of the future leaders.
Now let us explain about today's event is about. Mutual Trust Bank Limited presents HR Speaks Out 3.0 is the third installment of one of the signature event of North-South University HR Club. The from the renowned companies of the countries, some HR people are coming and sharing their insights from their experiences.
It will allow them to get acquainted with real-life human resource practices and the extent of its impact with any organization. Eventually, students will get the proof why HR is must in any organization. You know, as they say, people don't leave bad companies, they leave bad managers. Moreover, it will help them groom themselves how to tackle the recruitment process of their dream job.
This year, Mutual Trust Bank presents HR Speaks Out 3.0 has comprised a 2-day program with the involvement of 4 schools of North-South University, School of Business and Economics, School of Engineering and Physical Sciences, School of Health and Life Sciences, and School of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Now we'd like to extend our heartiest gratitude to Mutual Trust Bank for their utmost support in making this event a reality. Applause for them.
10 years back, I was sitting like you previously and listening this kind of speeches while I'm in the university. And I'm hearing lots of renowned corporate people who are sharing their knowledge during my study. So today I will share with you, as you are invited me here, to sharing the gap between corporate industry and academia. Well, so I just consult with some tips, like career tips, resume writing, and how we are working with the universities and what is our expectation on it. Okay? So as you see, job, friends, family, marriage, and society. So these are the 5 elements that we are combining over here. So if you are in the corporate sector, your job is associated with these things, like why we are work, what is the most important in our life, and what we care most, and this is a chapter of life. Actually, these things are, while we are doing job in the corporate sector or doing job or doing business, these are the 5 elements associated with our lives. And these are called our chapter of life. Okay? Next slide, please. Yeah, sure. So while we are working here, like before we enter into the job market, we need to identify what we want, survive or succeed. So if you choose the succeed, then you need to, go to the next slide. You need to, first of all, enlarge your vision, retain your brain, increase your confidence, attract the good around you, like the people you are meeting with, then seize every opportunity and then positively engage relationships and prepare for success. So if you choose success in your life in the corporate sector, then you need to follow these things. Okay? Next slide. Then what do you like, job or career? Career. Okay. Then move to next. So if you choose the career in your you want to develop your career in corporate sector, then first of all you need to do the career planning. Okay? You need to come up with the proper career planning. So what you will do? Self-discussion, self-discovery. Like you need to identify yourself. What is the potential under you? So first of all, you need to dig down in yourself. What is the potential in you? In which sector you want to develop your career, and what you like most to do in the job. Then exploring options, like while you are studying, definitely you have in your mind. So if you are engineering background, someone wants to develop his career in telecommunication sector, especially engineering. Like they can be transmission engineer, there can be radio access engineer, or someone can be wants to develop their career in software industry. Okay, so these things, which option you want to like most. Okay, then match according to your choice or what you love most. You need to match your requirements. So definitely, while we are entering the university, then we don't evaluate or don't dig down what is the limit. What is we didn't analyze this properly. Someone will start due to some limitations. So that's why career analysis is very much important. Like, what do you love? Like, you might be good at software development, but you are already studying in EEE. But you might be good at engineering, but you are studying in CSC. So first of all, you need to understand what do you love to work. Okay? And second thing, gym organizations. So if you are already, while you are studying, definitely you have in your mind, you have a particular organization in your mind that in which organization you would love to work. And so based on that one, you need to prepare yourself. Time management skills. That is during your study, during your presentation, everywhere, in every corporate also there is a deadline. So time management skills is very much important. So you need to practice on at the beginning of your study. Then organization and coordinating skills that you're already doing, like HR clubs, doing various kind of sports, organizing sports, various kind of picnics to hire people. So sometimes we are not associated with the third party, like People Escape, like Go and Excel, like Engroup Management Consulting, or any year. Initially, you need to spend some time by spending some time, like you need to involve, definitely you are working on site, not off site. You are working in a particular organization, but your payroll will be managed by the third party agency. So that it will help for them to apply for the right job. In the meanwhile, during the interview session, you will provide a good interview. You can deliver your strength weakness easily. And based on that, you can get your dream job. So this is very much important on it. And in corporate sector, every people wants, before coming for the interview, you do this kind of SWOT analysis of yourself. Then based on your education, most of us, while studying, before completing an internship, we don't think about the corporate. We thought that, okay, after completing our study, we will get the job easily. Because I am not a North-South University graduate. It's true, but it's not luck for others. The percentage is very much low. Sometimes, if you want to seek job, if you want to get job after internship, you need to think 6 months before, and you need to explore job market into FMCG, telecommunications based on the study, then banking industry, pharmaceuticals industry, R&D, and hospitality and energy sector. Especially nowadays, people are hiring freshers, or after doing the internship, people are hiring training. So we are not that much in showing the interest, the training, what is the role of training. And in the sector, people are giving very much lower scale, give the complete address, phone and email address. Obviously, you need to rename the CV. Sometimes we are name the CV France, there is a BRDO, there is a kind of LinkedIn type of page. So you will find French people over there. So these all are the online tools, these are our sourcing channels.
শুধু তাই নয়, আমি একজন জুনিয়র হয়ে আমার বসের সাথে মন খুলে কথা বলতে পারি। কখনোই আমাকে ছোট করে দেখা হয় না।
বসরা অনেক জোস।
এখানে কোনো বিউরোক্রেসি নেই, কোনো ডিসিশন নিয়ে সঙ্গে সঙ্গে এটা ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করে ফেলতে পারি।
কাস্টমারদেরকে যদি হ্যাপি রাখতে চাই, নিজেদেরকে হ্যাপি রাখতে হবে।
দিনরাত যতই পরিশ্রম করে কাজে কোনো ক্লান্তি আসে না,
কারণ কাজের পরিবেশ খুব ফ্রেন্ডলি এবং কাজের ফ্রিডম আছে।
এখানে তো আমরা মাত্র কয়েকজন, কিন্তু পুরো জানাজে কাজ করে প্রায় 1500-এরও বেশি এমপ্লয়ি।
আমরা কাজ করে যাচ্ছি কাস্টমারদেরকে হ্যাপি করানোর জন্য, নানা সমস্যার সমাধান করে দিন শেষে স্যাটিসফাইড মনে ঘরে ফিরি।
বাংলাদেশের ই-কমার্স কোম্পানিগুলোর মধ্যে দারাজি আছে সবচেয়ে বড় ওয়ারহাউস। এখানে কাজ করার থ্রিলটাই অন্যরকম। সারা বাংলাদেশে দারাজের রয়েছে 3200 বেশি হাব। আমরা প্রতিদিন 40,000 বেশি প্যাকেজ প্রসেস করতে সক্ষম।
আমরা সারা ই-কমার্স দারাজের সাথে বাংলাদেশের ই-কমার্স ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে বৈপ্লবিক পরিবর্তন এনেছে তা নয়, ওয়ার্কপ্লেস এনভায়রনমেন্টের ক্ষেত্রে রেখেছে উজ্জ্বল দৃষ্টান্ত।
Doing your job, while doing any kind of task, planning is very much important. Definitely. Those people are already in the certain time in the non-position.
CSE at Northern University. Sir, I have a question. Since Daraz is an e-commerce platform, I believe, right?
Right.
Sir, is there any preference of frameworks that you use in your jobs?
Programming languages.
Yes, sir. Not programming languages, like frameworks. Let's say Laravel or
And especially like right nowadays, there is an online payment system. You see, so there is some kind of tools you need to understand on it. C++, Java, then HTML. You need to expertise on it, and SQL as well.
Any other questions?
In the future leadership program, basically we are treat the future leader. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
With us on running big corporate companies. Hello everyone. Tired? Bored? Thinking something? What's happening back home? Or what your other friends are doing perhaps? Okay, so, but what I'll do, while Meeraj Bhai talked about few things which are important in terms of starting your career, I will try to pick some of the area and go further detail so that you can relate when we say think about yourself, build your brand, how to do that. So I'll more focus on how part rather than what part. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't think you are with me. I think you are somewhere else. So let's do something. Are you really interested for a career?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's do something. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 seats vacant in first 2 row. Can you fill this 13 seat?
Yes, ma'am.
Please do so.
Help out for me.
If you're really interested for career, there is no point sitting that back, right? Please come on the front. And if you're not interested in career, I can see some people out there. If you ask great question, if you participate, the session will be great. Now, my first slide, it's your own campus. I just found it from website. And I would like to start my presentation appreciating, tell all of you that you guys are privileged. A lot of people out there don't get the opportunity to study in campus like NSU, right? So can we have a big round of applause for NSU and all of you? Where I would like to introduce myself. If you don't know me, how can you relate to me, right? So let's kind of like brand myself. It doesn't work. I was kind of like learning, that was the consultancy and the learning phase. Later I joined corporate. My first corporate, my career started with Sanofi Aventis. Sanofi is a pharmaceutical industry, if you are aware. And in Sanofi Aventis, I worked there as assistant manager, OD, HR OD, organization development. So we'll be happy to know that. Wow, such an appreciation. So yeah, of course, he's doing his PhD currently in Virginia, America, manager. But I think if you read it from early stage, even before you start your career, you understand the corporate dynamics in such a way so that you can be successful in your professional life, in personal life as well. It's a person's professional because why? The reason is millennials think differently, millennials do things differently. The way previous generation used to do things and how millennials does things right now are very different. So there is a saying that millennials are impatient, too entitled. When they search job, they look for, what is one of my friend got a job in XYZ corporate company or an MNC. That was the, Taka XYZ was the salary. And what am I getting? He got a car, she got a car, what I'm getting. That was a job title. This is my job title. Is it okay? Is it good? It's all about social network. It's all about reputation, a lot of comparison, a lot of perception driven world we live in, right? So it is said that millennials are very too much in terms of entitlement. What is your title? What is your benefit? It is said. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It is said. It is said that they are impatient. When they got an offer, gets an offer, they join and they start thinking, is it a right job for me? Maybe no. I need to think something better. I need to get something better. And they immediately search the next job. So they're saying they're impatient. It is also said they're fickle-minded, kind of like confused, fickle-minded, self-involved, very much thinking about self rather than collaboration. It is also said that due to all these elements, they changes job quite frequently. Now this is one part of the side. Now if I look at the positive side of millennials, are this. Millennials are the generation, which is very important for all of you, who are risk taker. Another positive side, for them passion matters. So not only salary or remuneration, if millennials find they will give their best, study says that. Also study says,
Actually, I am from Civil and Environmental Engineering Department.
right,
Maybe after that I will try for any job or other things.
so this is your last semester.
Yes.
So I think it's a very good example we got. So you already started planning for your career or you are planning to start planning your career?
Yeah, I have already started and complete some part like this. I have in last 2 months I have done my drawing part with an expertise.
It's different skills. Okay, that's one point. What else? Have you built your resume already?
Yeah, I have already.
You have already built your
I, and after every 15 or 15.
That's fine. Now, my question to you is, since you're at the last semester of your study, tell me what are the options for you available in the market? You're from civil engineering.
Yeah.
What are the options? Tell me.
Actually, civil, I think, lot of options in
Yeah.
both government and private sector.
Exactly.
My first priority is I will try to start my journey with the private sector because I want to implement my knowledge, those things.
Okay, so let me stop you here. So pick one. He has picked for himself a private sector. As a civil engineer, when you graduate, you have picked private sector. Then within that private sector, what next? Do you know how many companies working in private sectors? Do you have any priority?
Sector.
So do you have any priority? Option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4?
Actually, I'm trying to joining a company. This is the Singaporean-based company. This is.
So you don't have to give me a name. So you have one or two company in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good start. Thank you so much. Thanks. Can we have a big appreciation for him? Just come to her. Second year. So you're thinking 2 more years to think about it. Let's enjoy the time. Don't waste too much of time, but have a career. At least any idea, have you seen any career objectives anywhere? What is typically it starts with? Anybody? Any idea?
No. Okay, so it's a high alarming time. Second year, I think even from the first year you should have your resume, right? First year, second year is too late. Okay, no problem. Thank you, thanks. How to start?
No idea.
No idea? So let's build an idea. Can you start doing with me? Let's say, let me help you, right? To build, let's say, typically what is right? To build my career, right? In a FMCG or industry or in a multinational company, that way typically it starts. So let's say there is no standard process. I think Mehraj bhai will also agree with me. We don't, but at times we ask stretching questions. What we can see that how you react to the probing. So let me try with you. So let me ask you an open-ended question, and when you answer, I can further probe you. So let's see if I say, tell me about the most challenging task you have done in your life. That is the challenging. Then I will not take you, I'm sorry. So see, what I'm saying, I'm being very honest, right? Life, if challenge hai parents, we take it for granted, yaar. What are you talking about, guys? That's the most easiest thing. We take parents for granted. We realize when we are old. So that's not a challenge. Challenge any other challenge. It can be even you rode a public transport. Let's say you're somebody who always use private car. One day you had to take a public transport, literally tempo, and that was challenging for you. That why you didn't do this? What are the options? Option you could try. If I take back you in that situation, this time would you do something differently? Right? This is a different technique and probing we use to see your psychology and how you respond to different questions. Right? We can, one awkward, I will not say awkward, but one question we often ask that people come prepared with success stories, right? Achievement, success. And when we see somebody confident, I'm telling you guys a secret, don't tell anybody, right? When especially we hire mid-career professionals, when we see that the CV is very achiever, great success all through life, the first question I ask that person is, tell me a situation where you have given a toughest challenge and you failed to perform. So initially first, listening to the question, I thought, okay, she's going to ask me about a success, which I succeed, and that gets ready. And then he or she hears the bad news, that I'm asking about a failure, and they don't know how to respond it. It is equally important to know your failures. And how did you learn from failures? Right? Those can be not awkward, but difficult questions. Right? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming here and making the hours livelier. We hope you enjoyed this event as much as we enjoyed organizing it, because of the sheer amount of hard work and dedication put forward of our club members. We look forward to organize more events like this in future and develop
School of Business and Economics. Good afternoon and welcome to the final session of HR Speaks Out 3.0. So as an academic, in the past couple of years, I was asked one question over and over again, the question is, why is HR important? So what do you do with the HR department? So what do you teach in the context of human resource or people management practices? So here is my basic answer. This is how I actually answer to that question. You can have the best stretches in the world. You can have the best building in the world. You can have the best IT facilities in the world. You can have amazing financial resources, natural resources, and market value in the world. But if you don't have the best people, then all of the best resources are useless. Because we're going to use your best IT facilities, it's human resources. We're going to utilize your market strategies, human resources. We're going to utilize your, let's say, fantastic building or fantastic facilities. Infrastructure is all human resources, people. So if you choose wrong human resources or wrong people, then the whole organization will collapse. And that's why human resource management is one of the most important tasks for an organization. All right, so that's why.
Gratitude to Mutual Trust Bank Limited for their utmost support in making this event a reality. A big round of applause for them. Mutual Trust Bank is a private commercial bank in Bangladesh which was established in 1999. In 2015, the bank became one of the 2 local partners of Life Insurance Corporation of India in Bangladesh. The Daily Star 50 Bangladesh Business Awards described the bank as one of the best running banks in Bangladesh. Without their contribution, it would have been difficult to get here.
And so I've spent a significant of my career in one of the Fortune 200 companies, which is Citibank NA. I think you've heard of the company, right? I worked there. Prior to that, I worked in Commercial Bank of Ceylon, and I've joined Banglalink almost 3.5 years back. And presently, I'm looking after talent management, so I am the person who is responsible to make sure that we hire only the most competent people in the organization. So about our company, how many of you use Banglalink? Not bad, I must say. All right. So if you can see that we have almost 25% of the market share, and we have around 30 million subscribers, and we cater to around permanent employees of around, the number usually is around 1150 to 1200. That's the number that we've had the last couple of years. So it's a pretty big company, and we have our operations in every nook and corner of the country. Just a second, don't turn it yet. So before I take you through the recruitment processes and the things that you need to prepare yourself for and all of this, I think it's very important as US students to also determine where do you really want to work at, right? You don't want to work for any normal company, right? You want to know
out of the ordinary, day in and day out, the same tasks, the same way to do it. This is not Banglalink. What is Banglalink to you? Banglalink to you is amazing work environment, vibrant culture, easy access to leaders, empowerment to bring change, and immense scope of work. Banglalink knows that true innovation happens only when the set norm is challenged. Original ideas are not just welcomed, but also encouraged here. To foster young talented minds internally and externally, Banglalink initiated groundbreaking platforms like IT Incubator, Digithon, Innovators, and Strategic Assistant Program. Everyone is empowered to innovate always. We make a difference because we constantly rethink the existing process, restart with a fresh mind, and recreate every day.
Other initiatives, I think the list would go on. So these are some of our initiatives, and so moving on. But one of the biggest roles that we have played here is the CV screening. Different mindset and very different, right? So it's very important that at university level you get to gel, and it means just not the external customers, also the internal customers, right? You know, example, I can just give you an example. I shot an email to the CEO on Thursday. I asked him for an approval, and I couldn't believe it. He didn't really have to,
write me 2 mails saying that he can't find that email, the people at Bangalinkar. And this is exactly the same qualities we look at you.
We are going to do a lot of promotions, so you can apply for that.
I was wondering about the strategic assistant program. How did it begin and what kind of innovations did it go through over the years?
Right. So I started the assistant program. You work 5 years in a company, you would get a promotion, right? Example. But for the strategic assistant program, it's like a express entry. You be 5 years and you join at band 5 for us. And the pay is also awesome. And the best part of the SAP program is, I get it, So obviously, when we interview people, we want them to be very honest.
A call center, alongside with that.
Okay, so for entry levels or in general?
In general.
That is not very common in other industries. We have a department which is called LEA.
Anything that you want to see from or hear from me specifically? Of course, I have my slides which my team put together. But anything else, anything that you guys think you want to hear from? But today I don't want to talk a lot about what we have. I want to talk a lot about what you guys have and how you can come in. And then, like a few of the graduates, I had an amazing chance to work in our global HQ. And then, of course, we'll talk a bit about being global. And then I moved on to talent acquisition, so which was, okay, that's a lot. How many are first and second years? Okay. So majority in the later phases of the university. Kind of shifted my decision. I don't know how it's going to shift yours, but why do you look for organization? Which organization you want to join?
Any questions? It is a very common question, but is the CGPA criteria for a BAT?
Yeah.
During the interview.
Okay. Like your entire family details as well, those are not necessary. Put information that you would like to, if that's like 30 seconds to make.
She might be at the last semester. If they can apply for any other roles than the internship.
Or do intern somewhere else and then apply for that? Like, what are the chances?
Apply for internship at BAT. But BUP is catching up quite fast. It's we have a big leaf operations. I don't know if you guys know. So there's like 200 employees who work for our leaf operations, the tobacco cultivation and all of those things.
Advanced internship program. I think 1 or 2 weeks ago we came to North-South for on-campus recruitment. So request you visit our.
A number of people have almost hijacked me. I was on my way to somewhere else. This time, anyway, HR is a good activity. It's a good profession. So no one can overemphasize the importance of HR. In Japan, land comes at a very premium price. Land is a very scarce thing. How many people here have visited Japan? Anyone at all? No? Okay. I was staying in a hotel. I didn't get down to the bathtub because it was not horizontal, it was vertical. My fear was, once I go in there, how am I going to come out of it? Right? So space is a very scarce thing there. Some Japanese companies buy burial places for their employees. The company guarantees you that when you die, you will get a proper place to be buried, right? So they take care of you posthumously then. There are these two models. Which one is more effective? Don't know. On balance, I feel the Japanese one work better. You should be humane towards people. Inanimate objects, almost as if they have no feeling, as if they have no families, as if they have no children, as if they have no mortgage for their houses.